Welcome to ModiMakes.
What's good, everybody? My name is Modi. This is ModiMakes, and today I'm gonna be repainting some of my old garbage art and making it much better. So quite a few years ago, I painted this wine tote bag, and it is awful. To be fair, I was slightly inebriated at the time. Okay, I was quite inebriated at the time. So to prove to myself that I have made some artistic growth over the years, I wanted to repaint this tote design and make it quite okay-ish. I'm not gonna be using any spray paint for this, so we're gonna bring it straight into the studio to start the sketching process. Now, there are some advantages and disadvantages to already having a drawing / painting on this tote bag on each side, because I don't have to make a doodle grid for this because I can use those as my doodle grid, but because there's a lot of dark black in there, it's going to be hard to see my sketch lines and the line work that I put on top of them initially because of the nature of putting black on top of a lot of black. It's just not gonna show up well. But regardless, I'm just gonna take a picture of each side of this tote bag and line it up with my sketch on Procreate to see where all of my lines line up to the drawings that I already have on the tote bag and start putting down my initial sketch lines. Once I have the sketches put down and hardly visible on both sides of the tote bag, I'm going to come in with my black Posca pen and lay down a layer of black on all of those line elements. Now, I'm sure that none of you guys are going to be able to tell what either of these sketches are at this point, and I like that. It keeps a little mystery going in the video for you guys, makes you watch a little longer. Once I've finished all that black line work on both sides, I can pull out all of my wonderful colors of Posca pens to start the actual painting process. And I'm going to start that off by laying down the background colors on each side. For the initial side, which is outer space themed, I'm going to start with this nice bluish green color. They call it emerald green on the Posca pen, but it is definitely way more blue than an emerald green. But who am I to tell them what's right and wrong? I love their products. Please sponsor me, Posca. Then on the flip side, we have an extraterrestrial landscape themed painting for this one. So I'm gonna start by laying in the sky color with this coral pink Posca pen. I absolutely love this color. It's more on the red side of the spectrum than your normal typical pinks would be, and it's more of just like a red with a lot of white added into it, and it is fantastic. Then I'm also gonna lay in the flats for this sun/moon element in the middle here, this circular element behind this flag. With these background colors laid in, I hope it's a little more clear what these sketches are gonna look like in the end, though I know it's still difficult because there is a lot of those underpainting elements still showing through in the unpainted areas. Now, with the background colors painted in, I can flat in all the colors for the other elements in these pieces and hopefully make it a little extra clear for y'all. On the one side with the pink background, it is going to be a spaceship flying over the ground right above this sun/moon element with a sort of extraterrestrial human base laying on this cliff's edge over this rocky outcrop with some weird mushroom-shaped trees in the landscape and these nice orange clouds wafting over the ground, giving it a fantastic vibe of this sci-fi movie planet that you might see in something created by Ridley Scott. On the other side, the outer space themed painting, I wanted to have an astronaut dunking a basketball in space while jumping off that same planet that's on the landscape painting on the other side. And this one I wanted to bring in because it actually references the painting from before, so it's more of a revamped version of the actual painting that I went over, just to prove that artistic growth that I talked about in the very beginning.
Okay, Mir Space Station is the small flashing light in the center, about an inch from the left-hand side of the screen. It's left-hand side and is very...
Now with all those flats laid into place, it's just a matter of going over all that black line work one more time to make everything clean, crispy, and look as nice as possible. Then with that final pass of the line work completed, we can come in with the always necessary detail elements of my hatch line designs. Well, there you have it, my peoples. My old art repaint is complete and I am ecstatic with these results. I'm very happy with both of these paintings. I think that they look great. I think the colors work really, really well together, which I wasn't super sure about with the digital sketch that I made, because all the colors are a little bit less saturated when you actually put them down. I had some coverage issues when I was painting on the lighter color background for the landscape and just some of the other lighter colors in the flats in terms of covering up the old painting that was there before. But with a few coats on there, it was able to cover everything, and I am stoked about how clean this looks and the designs and the colors and just everything about them. I'm really happy. I think they're I know they're much, much, much better than the old ones that I created. And you know, I'm happy to see my growth as a painter, and that initial one that I created was one of the first times I had ever worked with paint pens a long, long time ago, and I had no idea what I was doing while I was using those. So to see my ability to use paint pens now, my ability to choose the colors, and just my accuracy and detail work with the pens that I have now versus back then is fantastic to see and boosts my ego immensely. But let me know what you guys thought of the piece down in the comments below, or pieces down in the comments below. And let me know if you have any questions about this video or any other video I've made. I'll be happy to read through them all and respond to them personally, as I always do. And you know, if you liked the video, go ahead and give me a like. That would be fantastic. And if you like me, you like the channel, and you want to help support me, the number one thing that you can do is to subscribe. I really can't thank you enough if you did. It means the world to me. Oh yeah, and before I get into the last little bit that I always say, let me know if you have a favorite between these two. I'm interested to know. I personally do have one, but I'm not going to tell you what it is because I'd love to know your guys' opinions. And with all that out of the way, and without further ado, let's get in those final shots, shall we?
Thanks for watching.